Hello everyone. Hope the last video brought a lot of information about editing cuts. In this video, we'll talk about editing tools. First step, create a new file in the Adobe Premiere.
Open the Adobe Premiere program. You can choose the File, Create New Project option on the menu bar. Then create a new sequence setting as Go To Sequence. Then New Sequence Now. You can see many settings. First, choose the setting as what the video has and give the appropriate setting, or else your project will lead into many problems.
Second step, that is the most important, importing.
You can import whole folders of still and moving images. When you import files, you are directing the program to where the files live, not actually importing the files into Premiere. This means keeping your original files in the same place is important. This also means that it is harder to harm your original files. If you organize your files beforehand into separate folders, interviews, files to edit, etc., then you can upload your files within these folders and keep them organized.
Step 3. Drag the video clip to the timeline.
Once you have clips in your project viewer, drag one or more clips to the timeline to begin the editing process. Once you drag clips onto the timeline, you should see tracks for both video and audio portions of the clip. In the beginning, simply drag the clips in the order you want them to be viewed in your video.
Step 4. Create a new razor cut edit for the timeline.
If you look to the right of the timeline, you will notice some editing tool icons. Choose the one that resembles a razor blade and click it with your mouse. Then, place the cursor over the point in your clip where you want to create a break or cut edit. Click on that location and Adobe Premiere will create two separate clips from the single clip. Continue applying cut edits to as many sections of the clip as you like. Remember, the more cut edits you create, the more individual clips that your project will contain.
Step 5. Blending clips on the timeline.
In your project bin, you might have some videos. First, drag one video, put it into the timeline and see how it's working. Next, drag another video to the timeline. First, click on the top video on the timeline and you can lower the opacity in the FX control. Right now it's 100. I am taking down to 50. You can see the changes. Another way of blending is blending modes. In that, you can see many modes for blending. You can use according to your wish.
Step 6. Adding a title.
To add title, go to the menu bar and click on Title. Then click on New Title and select Default Still or whatever options you need. Now go and select Default Still and give it a name as Title 1 and click OK. Now you get a new dialog box here. You give the title you want. Then you drag the title and put it in timeline.
Step 7. Adding music to the timeline.
You can drag your music from the project folders to the source panel or the timeline to begin. The source panel will allow you to edit the music within Premiere. To view your waves in the timeline, take your cursor to the top of your audio file and drag it down. The blue is the waves of the video file and the green is the waves of an added music track. The two waves represent the left and right channel of the audio.
Step 8. apply a ripple effect.
Select a clip and drag and drop it onto the upper level of the timeline. This will create a gap between the two adjacent clips. Next, right-click on the empty space and choose Add Ripple Effect.
Step 9. Delete the ripple effect.
Right-click again on the empty space and choose the Delete Ripple Effect option. This will cause the clip to the right of the empty space to move over into the space that was once empty.
The next video will be about adding effects and exporting. Thank you for watching this video.